So, you decided to take a new step in your life. You're trying to revamp and reboot your health. And you've tried, and then you failed, and then you've tried, and then you failed again, and then you tried again. And I commend you. That stubbornness, it really pays off sometimes. But what about when it doesn't? For those of you who keep trying and keep failing, um, well, for one, it's frustrating. It's definitely going to wear down on your sanity over time. You don't want to keep that up. You want to actually try and succeed eventually, right? Now, the reason why a lot of people do fail is because people end up creating identities. Um, if you ever looked at, I believe the name of the scientist is V.S. Ramachandran, and he talks about how some people identify as missing a limb, even though they have all their limbs intact, and then they, in their mind, they believe that they are meant to be lacking in a certain limb, and they can't be at ease with themselves till they have that limb removed. They get amputated voluntarily, which is unfathomable. But to many of us, we do put ourselves in a very similar predicament. We commit to identities. And um, and sometimes those identities are really, well. I was gonna say traumatic, but that could be a very fitting term. So, an example of that is when I talk to patients. They say, "Well, I am diabetic, I am obese, I am a hypochondriac, whatever it is." Like, there are a million slew of reasons, and these are not things that I treat. I am a licensed doctor of chiropractic, and I am a certified hypnotherapist. We don't treat those things. However, look at the term, look at the word, the phraseology. That'll key you to a lot of things. So when you say I am X, X is being something negative, um, and you have lived with that for so long, it has become a part of you. You are now identifying with that condition, body image, whatever it is. So eventually, when you decide to consciously change it, it becomes hard because you're almost mounting an attack on your own identity, on your own image, which is crazy. But if you go through some of my older videos, I do talk about the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind actually is, depending on the literature and the source, it takes up anywhere from 88% to 99% of your mind. The rest of it is your conscious mind. So your conscious mind is really limited, anywhere from 12 to 1%. Again, depending on the literature. I know Dr. Bruce Lipton, in his book, The Biology of Belief, he said it was your subconscious is 99%. I'm not sure where the exact source of that, but he is a very respected um, figure in the mind body um, field. So imagine 99% of your life is already predetermined by your subconscious and how you identify. If you identify as a person with a certain body image or condition or whatever it is, and then you consciously you're like, okay, now I'm gonna change that. Good luck. Good luck. Um, and that's why being able to identify how you look at yourself and how you see who you are and how you are, and going there, um, definitely getting help uh, is encouraged. So if you know a psychologist, and I believe Bruce Lipton talked about Psych K, which I have not looked into, but I do know that hypnotherapy works, NLP works. Um, there's self hypnosis. They're even working with a psychologist to help unearth what's going on that deep level on how you identify. That could get you really, really far, especially for those of you who have tried things over and over and over and over. Eventually it starts wearing on you. So it's always good to um, go back to the drawing board and figure out why. Why are you not following through on your goals or on whatever direction you're trying to take yourself? That also applies to other parts of your life. A lot of things I talk about ends up applying to all parts of life anyway, because really how you impact yourself health wise is also how you impact yourself in your relationships and your finances and whatnot. We we are usually as a species uh, we react and act in patterns. So things to look into, things to think about. Hopefully this has been a useful rant, and be sure to use your finger bone, like, subscribe, and share it with all your friends, all your enemies, and everyone in between.